How's it going, everyone? This is Maniac Gamer, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever exhibits video, which is actually a new part in the Maniac Gamer series. And the first exhibits I'm going to be talking about is one of my favorite video game consoles of all time. Both models 1 and 2 of the Sega Genesis, with the add-ons, the Sega CD and the 32X. Sega CD also had two models, as you can see, and they're in a perfect match. The first Genesis console I had was back in 1993, was the recent model, Model 2. And the first Sega CD add-on I had, which was back in 1995 and I got it from a pawn store, was the Model 1. Model 2 Genesis and the Model 1 Sega CD add-on works good together. It just looks unprofessional because it doesn't look like a match made in heaven. But nowadays, I got both ends taken care of. As you can also see, the Model 2 has the 32X add-on on the top of the Genesis, which the 32X add-on is also backwards compatible with all 16-bit Genesis games. Okay, time to get to the point. We'll start out with Exhibit A, the Model 1 set. Pretty neat looking top there. As you can see, it says 16-bit. Just in case if you forget that the Sega Genesis is a 16-bit console. Cartridge input, power LED light, volume control for the headphone jack, reset button, the power on and off switch. There's the headphone jack there. And on the far right of the Genesis, there's the two controller inputs. And below the Model 1 Sega Genesis console is the Model 1 Sega CD add-on, which is the disc tray type one. And on the back of the console, like all consoles of course, have the outputs, such as the AC adapter and the TV outputs, which is the coaxial or the RCA outputs. Well, the RCA output on the Sega Genesis Model 1 is a mono setting because the Sega Genesis Model 1 has a mono soundboard inside of the console, so that's why there's a headphone option for the Sega Genesis Model 1. The outputs on the Sega CD add-on has an RCA audio output and its own power adapter output. Yes, both Sega Genesis console and the Sega CD add-on have their own AC power adapter. Not only that, both adapters are ridiculously huge. And depending on what position, both of these adapters can be a pain to hook up. So getting a power strip with plenty of room is more of a recommendable thing. Or get one of these single outlet cords. That'll be a lot easier for each big adapter. On the right side of the Sega Genesis console, there's an expansion port where you can plug the Sega CD into. As you can see, it's already connected. I don't think there's anything else to explain about Exhibit A. Well, at least not for show and tell, that is. Now let's go to Exhibit B, the Model 2 set. We'll take a quick look at the Model 2 Genesis by itself. And here's a diagram of where everything is. I'll show the back of everything at once in a little bit. On the side of the Model 2 Genesis, there's the Model 2 Sega CD. And on top of the Genesis, there's the 32X. Yeah, I also know my Model 2 Genesis is a little damaged on the outside. Well, this wasn't the original Model 2 I got for Christmas 20 years ago. And at the time, I would even know better on how to take good care of my consoles. This one I bought used with the Sega CD console together. But that's okay, as long as the inside works, that's perfect with me. I honestly think the Model 1 Genesis looks better than the Model 2 Genesis, but the looks isn't everything. The Model 2 Genesis has more components inside the system than the Model 1 Genesis does. And the chipset in the Model 2 Genesis for the soundboard has improved, and it's a stereo soundboard, so you can listen to sounds from each side. So that's definitely a plus side over the Model 1 Genesis. So in other words, the looks on the Model 1 is better than the looks on the Model 2, but the inside is actually better in the Model 2 than the Model 1. So probably the best console between the two is the Model 2. Now we'll take a look at the Model 2 Sega CD add-on. As you can see right here, this whole thing is the Sega CD. It has a part under there where it holds the Sega Genesis Model 2 or the Model 1 Genesis, but I think Model 2 Genesis works perfect with the Model 2 Sega CD, of course. And just like the Model 1 pair, the Sega CD hooks up from the left to the Sega Genesis from the right. Same concept, except different style. The Model 2 Sega CD is a lid type one this time, where you press the button on the right and it ejects. And there's the access light right there. So you don't have to press reset to open the Sega CD up this time. Now let's take a quick look at the last add-on, the 32X. The 32X is an enhancer for both the Sega Genesis and the Sega CD games. And the 32X works on both exhibits. That's pretty much all I gotta say about the 32X as far as show and tell is concerned, but I do have plans on doing a review for each hardware eventually. Now let's take a look on the back of the Model 2 set. On the back of the Model 2 Genesis, it's a little different than the back of the Model 1. Both RCA and coaxial connector share the same input. The outputs on the back of the Sega CD Model 2 is pretty much the same. Well, wait a minute. As you can see, one of the RCA inputs is a video. Well, it's yellow, so I'm assuming it's a video. It doesn't say on the back, but I believe it's actually a one-side audio and a video. I haven't really tried for sure, but I'm assuming that's what it is this time. Well, I don't know what the issue with that is. I don't use it anyway. One thing for sure that hasn't changed is that both the Model 2 Sega Genesis and the Model 2 Sega CD add-on both have its own AC adapter. Yep, and like the Model 1 set, both of the adapters are still huge. And here's where it gets more interesting. The 32X add-on also uses its own adapter, and it's just as huge as the other two. Yeah! Oh yeah, and to run the 32X, you have to have another cable where you plug into the 32X and plug into the Sega Genesis, then plug the Sega Genesis cable into the 32X. Yeah, hooking up the Model 2 series with the 32X especially, let alone 3 big adapters, is even more of a pain. Actually, it's even more of a pain if you're hooking up the 32X on the Model 1 Genesis, because you have to get some certain type of prongs to hold it there. And on the Model 1 set, you'll still be using 3 adapters. Or if you're just using the 32X on a Genesis console only, that would be 2 adapters. You get the idea. So the setup I have is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. I still like the looks of both of them. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the exhibit tour on my Sega Genesis consoles. There was also a Model 3 Genesis, which was released during the end of the lifespan, but that one didn't have an expansion model, just like the first two. And that one I didn't really care for because of that. There was also a Sega Genesis and the Sega CD all-in-one console called the Genesis CDX, which looks like a portable CD player, but except it plays Sega CD games and Genesis games. And if I ever get around to getting one of those, I'll do an update on that as well. Well, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my first exhibit video. Please do like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until the next time, so long everyone. Ultramania Gamer out.